Hey everybody, this is a really new setup for me. I'm going to videotape this lab you guys are doing, and so hopefully you can see here. Whoops, there we go. You can see the lab we've got. Ooh, there we go. Uh, this link will be on your website, on the Google Classroom. So here are my hands. So I'm going to work the mouse, and here's the so you can see when you get there, you want to make sure that you're on the gas law experiments. So I'm just going to go through and kind of show you how you change the dials on each one of these things. And you're going to notice something right away when I click on the experiment, Boyle's Law. It's going to say you need to establish Adobe Flash. That's why this will not work on your iPads. So if you're using an iPad, you're probably not going to be able to do this. So we need to make sure that you're on a laptop. So you may have to borrow one if you don't have one. And I did say if you guys want to work on this together, like obviously you can't be, at the same table, but if maybe somebody wants to do their own kind of like personal Zoom and kind of get together, or if you want to FaceTime or anything like that, Skype, and work on it together at the same time, that would work out really well. So anyway, I do have Flash on my laptop, so when I click this, it's going to go ahead and say, do I want to let Flash go? And I'm going to say, sure, I'll let Flash go. And Flash turns on, and now I've got the experiment. So you can see here what we've got is a piston, and here, if I click on this is what you're going to want to do. You want to click on that dial, and there should be, if you click on it again, there we go. You're going to be able to make two measurements here. Here, you've got your pressure gauge, and it's listed in torr. Remember, torr is the same thing as a millimeter of mercury. Okay, so here are your weights, and that's how you're going to change the pressure. And then this is the volume. There's actually a scale right here. If this were in the lab, this would actually just be a ruler. All we're doing is we're figuring out the volume. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that when you go to this worksheet, okay, yeah, I'll open it. I'll have this already downloaded for you, but you can see, like right here, it's going to be already set up for you. So I'm just going to toggle back and forth for a while so you can see how this will work. Okay, so if you look over here, it's going to say number of weights, temperature, okay, and it's going to automatically convert it. So you're going to want to put down your name. So like here, I'm Joe. Whoops, why did you not? Oh, look at that. I have to enable editing. So I enable the editing. Okay, now I'm Joe. Oops, J-O-E. And I put down whatever date. So now, with no weights, so I'm going to toggle this down. With no weights, it's kind of fluctuating, but we're going to say 616.5 torr. So for pressure, 616.5 torr. And I'll enter that. Okay. Then I've got to go back. What is the height? Okay. Well, that's 15, and then I count up. So that's 15.1, 15.2. Yeah, we'll say it's 15.2 centimeters. So 15.2 centimeters is what I'm going to put in for the height. So 15.2 centimeters. And looky, it figured out the volume for you. Okay, you don't have to do any of that work at all. It's going to do it for you. Isn't that a nice setup? This little spreadsheet is fantastic. And look over here. We have got a graph going for us. Okay, so let's go back. And we're going to grab this weight. And you don't have to, all you have to do is click on it. And it magically goes on top. It even has sound effect. So now we look at our new pressure. Okay, and we're going to say, kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit. 626.8. Yeah, 626.8. So 626.8. Okay. Then we're going to go back. Toggle that down. And we're going to look at the volume. And it looks like it's right on the 15. So I'm going to say 15.0 centimeters. 15.0. Now, as you can see, it's already right here. You can see that it's already taken it and it changed the number of significant digits. But it will do that for you. You don't have to worry about it. So I enter that, and lo and behold, there's the volume. And look, the graph is starting to come together. Okay, go back, put on another weight. 637.2. Yes, 637.2. 637.2. Now let's go back and take a look. Oh, look at that graph. Well, we're going to have to add a data point there here soon. So let's go over here. And what's the volume? Well, that's 14.5.6.7. See right there? 14.7. So write down 14.7. 14.7. And it will do the work for you. And look at our graph. It's looking pretty good. Okay? Now, I don't want to spoil it for you. You can finish this one up. And that's what you'll do. Okay? Now, just fill those in. And so when you're done with this, you're going to be able then to go ahead and then turn this finished spreadsheet into me. Okay? So let's just so we can go back. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to go back now. So you'll finish those up. You'll end up putting all those weights on there. Okay, record all that data. Then go back to the gas laws. And then you'll do Charles' law. I just want to show you how each of the instruments work. So in Charles' law, again, I'll have the lab manual posted. I'll have the worksheet, which is actually a spreadsheet. And you don't have to worry about setting it up. It's like already done. And all you've got to do then is go ahead and put the numbers in, and it will actually convert them if it needs to be converted. So here's your pressure gauge again. Look at that. The experiment is all set up. If I want to get a nice large picture of it, go ahead. So now I can see the pressure, and I can see the temperature, and I can see how the volume is changing, because Charles' law, pressure pretty much stays constant, and that's listed right here. So if you need it on the graph, it's going to be 606, looks like 0.2 torr. So these little dials down here are what's going to turn the temperature up or down. So let me scroll down a little bit here. There we go. Come on, baby. You got to be able to turn for me. Oh, is this it? Oh, please tell me this is working. Is it on? Yeah, okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, there it is. Look. All right, so it'll light up. All right, so I'm going to turn the heat up. Ooh, hey, there we go. So now if I were to read this temperature, it's going to be 34 degrees Celsius. And again, when you go to the worksheet, yeah, I'll open it. And we'll do the conversions for you. And you will have to write down the pressure, but remember, the pressure shouldn't be changing. The temperature you'll write in there, okay? And then you're going to write how the volume changes, the height in centimeters, okay? And then the volume will be converted for you. Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you because you're going to go ahead and do this. But anyway, let's close this down. Close this one down. But here's how you're going to adjust the temperature right here. It's not this dial, it's this dial. Okay, so if I want to turn it up and again, so here just by looking at the volume again, this would be 7, looks like about 7.9. So let's go ahead and turn up the temperature again. Look at that. Now the temperature went up again. Let it come to equilibrium. Looks like it's about 44 degrees Celsius. And now the volume is up to 8.1. Okay. Heat it up again. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. I don't know about you, but that says 54 degrees Celsius. And that's up to, looks like, it's kind of in between, but I think we can go ahead and say that it's 8.4. Again, if I want to turn it down, go back and get the measurement before, I can do that. Okay, so that's how you'll work this. It's the dial that's furthest to the right, and you have to go to the side of it, and that's going to allow you to turn the dial up or down. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. So let's go back to the gas laws, and we're going to do Gay-Lussac. Whoops, Gay-Lussac. There we go, Gay-Lussac's law. Okay. So again, if you click on your dials, it's going to tell you what's going to change. So I'm going to click on this. All right. So I've got the pressure and I got the temperature. Okay. And the gas is here inside this little vial. And again, here's how you're going to turn up and down the temperature. So the reason that I can't turn it down is because it's not on yet. So 24 degrees Celsius is roughly room temperature. So again, if I want to turn up temperature, who wants to make a bet that goes up to 34? Yeah, here that goes. 34 degrees Celsius. So it's not too much of a trick. It looks like when you turn this dial up a notch, it raises the temperature 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so then you have to let the pressure kind of come together. Kind of like, it may fluctuate just a little bit. Okay, and then same thing. Add another 10 degrees Celsius. See what happens to the pressure. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It'd be really neat if we had this in the lab, but since we can't be at school, this is the next best thing. So does everybody see how this works? Not too tough of a lab. Like I said, I think it's kind of fun. I've always liked doing this lab this way. Again, you'll be doing this on Monday. I guess the biggest thing is that gives you some time to see if you can come up with a laptop. Because I said iPads, this will not work on. And it does run on Flash, so you gotta, for the most part, you can just click OK. I think Flash is going out though. My computer keeps saying that, like, I think it runs out in 2021. So, but anyway, if you can't get a computer that has Flash, then, like I said, maybe I know there has to be somebody in your class that has it. Go ahead and have them then get with you. You can be in groups. Make your own little private Zoom. I'm sure you guys are used to doing that now. Work on it together that way. If you work on it by yourself, just put your name on it. If you work on it as a group, make sure everybody's name's on it. And then you'll just turn in those files and those questions at the end, because there are questions also to go with this. And that'll all be next week on Monday. But this gives you a little bit of a head start if you want to practice it. And that's what we'll be doing. So hopefully this little tutorial helps you with the lab. And take it easy. And I will see y'all soon.